Hongshan Culture as the Origin of Chinese Civilization Part 6, The Dragon Culture. When the first batch of Hongshan jade artifacts was unearthed by Chinese archaeological teams, one type of peculiar jade attracted attention. It had a flat nose, ears, and a curved body. Shallow-minded so-called experts hastily labeled it as a pig. Their reasoning was simplistic. Since the Chinese were an agricultural people who raised pigs for food, they assumed that these artifacts reflected pig worship, linking it vaguely to both pigs and dragons. Thus, they coined the misleading term pig dragon, which later became an object of ridicule abroad. In reality, careful observation reveals that these artifacts have nothing to do with pigs at all. They are not pigs, but rather embryonic forms of dragons. If one holds a Hongshan C-shaped dragon, it becomes evident that the dragon's nose is also flat. As the dragon embryo develops, its form stretches into that of a dragon, which through genetic adjustment could evolve into dragon beings or other hybrid life forms. Most importantly, one must have sufficient collections to verify this. Personally, I have collected more than 40,000 Hongshan jade artifacts, many of which display various embryonic forms, enabling me to demonstrate and share this truth. Among my collection are embryonic forms of lions, tigers, leopards, oxen, sheep, horses, and even elephants. Naturally, there are also dragon and phoenix embryos. Beyond these, I possess human-headed embryos similar to those at Sangxingdui, as well as many other humanoid forms. The sheer variety and quantity are astonishing. Examining different C-shaped pieces reveals partial growth stages of various creatures. Yet today's so-called experts evaluate Hongshan jade only by surface features such as weathering, patina, coloration, and crystalline changes, while severely neglecting the prehistoric tool marks inherent in every authentic Hongshan artifact. As a result, since most of these experts hold only a handful of Hongshan jades excavated from Chifeng, Inner Mongolia, they mistakenly assume that late Hongshan commoner tomb clusters mark the origin of the culture. Confined to such narrow collections, they overlook vast amounts of information about prehistoric Hongshan civilization. Instead of expanding their scope, they cling rigidly to the few 300-plus Hongshan jade artifacts housed in museums, and even publicly declare, outside of these, all other pieces are forgeries. But let us reason, even if only one jade piece was carved per month, that would produce 12 per year, adding up to 72,000 over 6,000 years. Furthermore, when we account for Hongshan jade artifacts that require more than 3 million years to form, petrified wood artifacts that take over 140 million years, and silicified wood artifacts that need more than 400 million years to form, the sheer numbers and timescales would utterly overwhelm these shallow-minded experts. Thus, these artifacts are not pigs at all. With countless examples of embryonic life forms, we must recognize them correctly as dragon embryos, not so-called pig dragons. For these are sacred representations left by the dragon race extraterrestrials who created life and conducted genetic modification on Earth. To convey a message to later generations, they carved successful embryonic forms in jade and other materials. Through their genetic engineering, the solar deities created the dragon, and likewise, they created the Chinese people. The solar deities brought advanced civilization to the Huaxia descendants, making us the offspring of extraterrestrials, the true descendants of the dragon. The origin of life and the dragon culture was established and supported by the Hongshan civilization on Earth. The dragon culture of the Huaxia people is far from simple. In Chinese tradition, the dragon symbolizes the son of heaven and serves as the supreme totem. In contrast, the Mongols, whether in ancient or later times, never had the dragon as their totem, relying instead on wolves, deer, eagles, and tigers. This clearly points to different civilizations. Therefore, through the study of dragon culture, we can see undeniable proof that Hongshan culture is the true origin of Chinese civilization.